They say every home has corners the light never reaches. Some spaces don't want to be seen, and sometimes they're already occupied. The first time Hannah noticed it, she thought she was tired. She had just moved into her new apartment, a small, quiet, one-bedroom at the end of a dim hallway. Cheap, a little old, but peaceful. After her breakup, peace was all she wanted. Silence felt like safety. That first night, while unpacking, she saw it, just a flicker. A dark shape in the corner of her eye, leaning out from behind the bedroom doorframe. She turned quickly. Nothing there. She shook her head, laughed at herself, and kept unpacking. But that night, as she lay in bed scrolling through her phone, she felt it again. A sensation like someone peeking around her door, watching her, waiting for her to look up. She looked. Nothing. Just the hallway. Still, a cold heaviness settled in her chest, like the air had thickened. Maybe it was stress, new home jitters. That's what she told herself. That was day 1. Day 2. Morning came with sunlight and normalcy. She forgot the feeling. Until that evening. Hannah was brushing her teeth when she saw it again. In the mirror. A shape in the hallway behind her. Tall. Too tall. Head tilted, as though curious. Or hungry. She spun around so hard, her toothbrush bounced off the sink. Nothing. But this time something lingered. A whisper of cold. Like icy fingertips, trailing across the back of her neck. She left every light on that night. And, in the corner of her eye, the shape stood just at the edge of her vision. Always when she glanced away. Never there when she looked. Day 3. Hannah hadn't slept. Shadows felt heavier, corners deeper. She started to dread closing her eyes. She searched online. Shadow corner figures. Peripheral hallucinations. Moving dark shapes in house. Most were jokes. A few mentioned sleep deprivation. But one thing caught her eye. A forum post. Old. Archived. If you see it only in your periphery, it hasn't chosen you yet. Never look directly at it. Never let it know you see it. Someone in the comments replied, "They're called Lugin. Don't meet their eyes." No more replies. The user hadn't posted in years. Hannah swallowed hard. That night it felt closer. The darkness sharper, as if pressed against her field of vision. She could swear she heard breath behind her when she tried to sleep. She didn't turn around. She didn't dare. Day 4. Hannah dragged herself to work. Her boss commented she looked pale. Her friend texted, asking if she was okay. She lied to both. But when she got home, she froze at the door. The closet near the entrance was slightly open. She always closed it. Always. She reached toward it, hand shaking, and the closet door creaked fully open by itself. She stumbled back, heart hammering. Nothing stepped out. But she felt something. Something leaning forward, inches away, smiling in the dark. She slammed the door shut and ran to her bedroom. That night she slept with her head under the blanket like a terrified child. Day 5. The mistake. It was 3:17 a.m. when she woke suddenly. Not to a sound, but to the feeling of being seen. Her room was quiet. Still. But the corner beside her dresser felt deeper. Wrong. She kept her eyes forward, breathing fast, skin crawling. "Don't look," she reminded herself. And then, a whisper, not with sound, but inside her head. "Look at me." Her muscles locked, her eyes burned. It felt like invisible hands pushing her chin, forcing her gaze to turn. She shut her eyes, trembling, sweating. Then her phone vibrated on her nightstand, the screen lighting up. She reached for it, any distraction, and accidentally turned her head. She saw it. The Lugin stood in the corner. Skin pale, stretched too tight. Eyes. Empty black hollows, like pits that led forever down. A smile carved wide enough to split bone. Its head cocked, as though amused she finally looked. And Hannah felt something snap, like air collapsing inward. She couldn't scream. She couldn't breathe. The Lugin stepped forward, without moving its legs, as if reality bent for it. Face to face now. Its smile widened, a cold voice inside her skull. "You're seen now." Darkness swallowed her. Her body went still. Day 6. But not Hannah morning. Sunlight filled the apartment. Hannah stood in the kitchen brewing coffee. Calm. Expressionless. Her neighbor knocked, welcoming her to the building. She opened the door slowly. Her smile was too wide. Her eyes didn't blink. "Welcome to the neighborhood," her neighbor said. Hannah stared for one long, uncomfortable second, then smiled wider. "Thank you," she replied. Her voice was her voice, but hollow underneath. The neighbor shivered and walked away. Hannah, or the thing wearing her, gently closed the door and turned toward the darkest corner of the room. It watched the shadow patiently, waiting for the next one to look. Because once a Lugin is seen, it must be replaced. And somewhere in a world flipped upside down, the real Hannah screamed and screamed with no one to hear her.